Like, I guess we've gone over a lot of like a lot of general stuff. So I guess I'm curious to see what your gameplay looks like now and what you found helpful. Um,
Yeah.
so
Um, yeah, sorry. I could talk you through some of it, or we can like watch something recent, or if I can just play some.
yeah, I'd be down to just take a quick look at a game or two of you in unranked or ranked, whatever you're feeling up for, and then we can kind of move on to the rest of the lesson.
Sure, yeah.
So I'll pass you my spectator code, and we'll see what we can, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Right.
You said we might look at the ICs matchup today.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you been having trouble with them, or is it like a pain point? Like, what's do you fight ICs a lot in your region, or?
Um, I think our best, well, maybe our best player right now is Ices. And there's a couple people who play Ices here. It's more like when I play against any other character, I'm like, oh, sweet, I get to play against like this character. When I play against Ices, I'm like, oh man, I want
Yeah.
to play against Ices. Um, and I kind of wanted to explore some like other options for it. And a lot of it could probably be overcome by just being better at Sheik and just playing the game better. Um, but I was interested in like learning how to play a little bit of Peach and stuff because it would probably give me a better understanding of Peach in general. And the matchup seems like it would be kind of fun. I am broadcasting now. Um,
Okay. Let me double check. Are you in a match right now? Because I don't see anything on my
I
end.
am right now
Okay. Are you unranked or unranked?
unranked.
Okay, so I'm not seeing anything come through. Is it possible for you to share your screen over Discord? Or do you think that will blow up the connection?
Um, no, I probably won't. I might just try.
Oh, it
I
says
hit
no.
start.
It says no users are broadcasting to you.
Okay, let me. It may have not worked because I had Dolphin already launched. I might have to just launch it again.
Ah,
Is
okay.
it?
So let me see here.
Let me see if it works now.
So I'm not seeing anything yet. That's
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just searching in unranked.
Cool. So you had Dolphin already opened, basically.
Yeah, I had Dolphin already open, so I'll see if it works now. Still
Hopefully.
searching. Yeah, I'm in now.
Okay, I don't see anything coming. I can see it. We're good. Ooh. I feel like your movement looks so much more confident.
Oh,
Nice fair.
oh. Oh.
That's okay. That's okay. I see you're going for smash jabs on a lot of hits, like include like a lot of hits that are good to go for it on, like Fox's drill. It's good.
Oh, I meant to F built there, but yeah. Oh.
Nothing wrong with just forward throwing him off the stage.
Yeah.
Nice evasion. It's a back air dash away. That was really good. You're standing always like a little bit too far back for the edge guard you're trying to go for. Like, it's not, you've got the right idea most of the time, it's just you need to be like a little bit like close to the edge.
Yeah, I feel more comfortable with a lot of the CC stuff.
Okay. You look stronger, I will tell you that much. Like, from what I saw you doing versus the Falco initially, like, this looks a lot more polished, and there's a lot more, like, going on with what you're doing. I think the biggest thing here is that we need to look for... Like, you're good about, like, looking for your hits, but I think we need to prioritize which hits we're going for a little bit more. Yeah, we just need a bit more, like, awareness of what he's going for on us, too. And yeah, just the other one is, like, just edge guarding positioning. I think that there's a few gaps there, but overall, like, these are very, like, solvable problems, I guess.
Yeah, I think that definitely the edge guard positioning is like, because I used to just always grab ledge.
Mm-hmm. Just jump off and like try to, yeah, like, so what I would say here is your back air is your best edge guarding move by far. So let's just try to go off stage with our back like facing towards the opponent, and like with our back to the opponent, and we'll just see what we can do, like with back airs. Mm-hmm. This guy might be a little too tough for us to experiment against, though. So maybe we'll... Well, okay, so we have two options. Either we can find someone else to play against to try to work on edge guarding stuff against, or we can look at the IC's matchup.
Well... Well, let's try to find someone else.
Yeah, I think this guy's a little too tough for us to be playing with experiments.
Well, I got the Chic Ditto.
Okay.
Oh. This is a matchup that I like playing, but I'm not very practiced in it.
Okay. So what I would say, so what are you trying to do here? Like to the Sheik, what are you trying to do in a Sheik do you think?
I'm trying to grab.
Yeah, makes sense.
And I'm trying to grab, and I'm trying to CC and reversal stuff generally.
So I would say that like a big thing in this matchup is just knowing what moves beat what. So like your tipped back air basically always beats her jumps ins. Your up tilt underneath her beats basically all of her stuff. Yeah, and then from there, like if you're directly under her, your up tilt basically always wins. Your down tilt is an insane anti-air as well when she tries to fall on it if she's slightly in front of you. Yeah, and then your back air just kind of like beats everything as well. So like there she needed ledge invincibility in order to like to beat your down tilt. But yeah, like just try to get her to fall onto your down tilt a little bit, or up tilt, because I think that those are like very important moves. Or stuff her out with back air. Yeah.
Ah!
Yeah,
I was thinking it was gonna poo.
That sometimes happens. Yeah. Oh, if they go behind you awkwardly, like close like that, you can just nair them.
Yeah.
Because it's strong
that
everywhere.
Makes sense.
See, in that spot where she came down in front of you like that, I would have down tilted. Your down tilt hits very far above where like it looks like it should. So you could have also probably beaten out that up air with, or like you probably could have counter attacked that up air with down tilt too. See how it just pops up perfectly?
Yeah. That is a good move.
It's amazing. Like, once the opponent's above, like, 30% or 35% or whatever it is, it's so good.
Oh.
Nice, up tilt regrab.
Whoa.
Nice spacing. Very good.
Oh, down air, it's down air. You're supposed to jump off ledge and down air there. That's what it is.
Yep, or you can back throw, or you can down throw. Any of them are quite good. So she came up with like an attack. What do you think would have happened if you just back aired her there? If you just instant like back aired?
I think my back air would have beat that.
I would agree.
There I was at 100, so I didn't know about jumping off ledge.
It's okay.
But okay.
Down tilt, good.
That was a miss safety grab. Okay.
So what are you noticing as you're fighting this Sheik about like what seems to be working and not working?
Definitely like staying grounded seems very strong. I like staying grounded.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like staying grounded. It feels like the grab game is very strong.
Yep.
And it feels like it's a lot of CC. CC feels really strong. Oh my god, I thought that was good.
Yeah, no, that's good. Like what moves seem to be doing the most for you?
Grab, down tilt, it's I'm not dash attacking very much at all, which is interesting because I definitely dash attack a lot. But it definitely feels like it's about the down tilt, up tilt, grab seem like the strongest. I don't that.
You have to turn around when she goes behind you like that on.
Yeah, that.
It's hard, but yeah, that's all that is.
Oh. Nice. Yeah, the matchup's very fun, but
it's all fun and games until someone starts chain grabbing.
Yeah, I don't know how to do the chain grab really.
It's just down throw into down throw, but I'm not gonna make you do it. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna tell you to do it. Like again, this is friendly, so like whatever you want to do is like kind of your call. But
I mean, I think if I could do it, I would do it. It's kind of like I'm not gonna ask an Ices player to not like hand off.
So one thing I'm gonna point out is that a lot of times you're like, there's like, you know how she kind of like leaves herself open underneath her. A lot of times you're in that kind of zone and you have the option to put out like back air or nair in that spot, but you don't really go for it. But like, see how that up air like just kind of cleaved through.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a part of the matchup that I think that like with her jumping out like full hopping into that zone, yeah, a lot of times I would say just try to hit her there. Like just try to hit her there with whatever. If that ever seems good.
Right, yeah. It's trying to do turnaround up tilt. I got jab.
It happens.
Oh. I thought he would miss that tech. That's why I did that down smash, but...
Nice.
So there, the throw would have been better.
Well, actually, what you did was fine. It's just you just drifted back to the stage. Then she was able to grab the edge. If you had drifted onto the ledge from that back air, from the missed back air.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I guess yeah.
Because we just cover the next spot. Remember we're at advantage. We can just push her out of the next position. Yep. Good recognition. She was at vertical kill percent, so we just take the up smash and get rid of her.
Whoa! I'm never used to it. I don't play with that enough. Where you see like that land on the platform, yeah, with the backflip.
It's cool.
It's really cool, yeah, but sometimes it happens and it like messes me up.
Well, as you do it more, it will mess you up less. Again, this is just I think we need to get used to it kind of thing.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that might work.
I'd say that back air, when you're set up for it, is really good. It looks really strong.
Yep, that's a good move.
It's so good. Like, the hitbox is crazy.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty, let's fight this guy one more time, and then let's move on to, I think, like, the Ices matchup.
Okay. Oh.
Nice.
Oh.
Let's go, let's go. What was the plan with the up air?
There wasn't too much of a plan. I think if I had done the down air, it would have been really good.
I think Nair was also really good there, just like nairing them back off.
Oh yeah.
Like...
Yeah, makes sense. Oh.
It's a really explosive matchup.
Yeah. Oh. And the spacing I think is fun.
I would agree. I always liked the spacing. I always liked everything about this matchup except for the chain grab. Nice.
Like that kind of thing where he's above me there and I can put out an aggressive.
Yeah. Try it. It works with fair too. It works with fair too. Like it works.
Yeah.
It works with a lot of options. Like the thing is, like the sky's kind of the limit when you're in advantage in this matchup. Like you can do so much to the other Sheik. One tech skill thing, fast falling your wave dashes when you grab the edge. Like that would make a big difference.
Yeah, that is something that I definitely don't do enough.
Yeah, like that's so much faster, you see what I mean?
Yeah. Ah, nair.
So down throw, like check
Like-
where she goes, and then nair. There you go.
Oh no!
That's one of the weaknesses of down air, right? Like we have to kind of we have to go in advance some of the time. So it works better if they're coming upwards. Like if they're coming down and up and they have to travel that distance, it's much better. If they're parallel with the stage, kind of like with the stage line, or at level with it, it doesn't work as well because they can snap to the edge and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely, I do feel like my gameplay's gotten better, for sure. One of the things initially that we had talked about was like the down throw into tilts and stuff against floaty characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I've definitely, like, I don't know all of them, but I'm definitely gotten a lot better at them.
Yeah, no,
is-
you look way better
Yeah.
at it. So let's talk ices, because I think that ices are definitely a character that cause Sheik Sheik's like some amount of headache. I guess the big thing here I'd want to know is, do you have any VODs of yourself playing against the ices that you'd want to look at, or do you want how do you want to approach this? I guess, like what did you have in mind here?
So I kind of thought, so I don't have any VODs. All of them are just at like tournaments, which aren't like streamed or anything. And I don't have any from playing online as much. But like I kind of wanted to just look at it, maybe look at like a pro game of it, just to kind of get like the game plan for it, or like what sort of makes sense, or what I'm like looking for.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Peach. Do you want to take a look at how Peach players do it first, or do you where do you want to start here?
I'd like to start with Peach, and as well, there's some stuff about like, because there's some stuff about Peach as well that I don't really understand. Like, I don't really know how
They've just made
double jump characters work necessarily. Like, I don't. They're pretty unnatural to me, and I don't really know like with the float stuff. But I'd like to watch a Peach vs. Ices thing and maybe just talk about that as it's going.
Sure. So I've got Moth. I've got Moth versus Triff from Riptide, and I figure we can just go with that.
Yeah.
So
There's only one video of you playing Peach versus Ices on YouTube that I could find.
it should be more than that, but okay. So let's look at Peach climbers. So we have this happening. Initially. The basic rundown of like what these characters do to each other is because of Peach's float, the ices try to like intercept them a lot with like up airs and back airs, as you're seeing here. And the whole idea behind those is basically they're trying to like stop Peach from like setting up her float. Like they're trying to stuff her fair basically, and like contest with her other aerials. What Peach does in response is to those misses is she can just kind of like space with her float, or like or use her double jump to like move to the platforms and like wave land off, or like shield drop, or basically she accesses different positions with her double jump when she decides to drop it, and that's one way she can deal with it. The other thing that she can do is she can just outspace them, like move a little bit to the side with her float, and beat them that way, or do an attack that comes out faster, like her nair or her down air. You kind of see how that dynamic is playing out here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched a couple VODs of it, and watching like people play it in tournament and stuff, and it's like it's a lot of fair. Fair seems really good in this matchup for Peach.
Yeah, so the reason, do you know why it's good? Or what are some reasons that it seems good?
It seems like it seems like the fair pushes, if they shield it, it pushes them away far enough that they can't grab. I don't know if that's true, but it seems like it pushes them really far away.
Yeah, there's tons of shield knockback. It's basically like the same reason why Falcon Knee and Ganon Fair are good against them. Except, unlike Falcon Knee and Ganon Fair, this has 4 frames of landing lag instead of like an L cancel Ariel's landing lag. Because she's just going to be she's going to be float canceling it like the entire time, right?
Yeah, and it seems like and like if it hits, it's just going to break them up a ton.
Yeah, because it inflicts knockdown. It inflicts knockdown at 0. So like because of that, the way that Nana works is that if she's hit out of tumble, if she's hit and goes into tumble, so like when she's like flailing around in the air and looks helpless, she can't catch on. She cannot recover with her side B or up B unless she gets out of that. So Popo has to wait for her to double jump. In order for them to recover together, she has to get out of tumble. But she doesn't. Yeah. She doesn't do that if she doesn't have her double jump. So a big dynamic of killing them in this matchup is just getting them into the position where she double jumps above the ledge, and then just hitting her with your fair or nair, in that spot. Because once you do that, unless she's in a position where she falls to the edge, and she shouldn't be if you do it right most of the time, yeah, she's just dead. And you just fight the pair.
Yeah.
Like here, you're probably gonna see her do it like in a second here. Maybe not.
Yeah.
So you see how she double jumps in that position. So like, let's rewind this. So you'll notice, watch Nana. She always double jumps in the same kind of spot around here.
Right.
So a big thing is like just positioning yourself to be able to like intercept that. I'm pretty sure that this is how Triff is gonna kill her.
And I think I lost my train of thought. It's it seems like the ideal kind of float height is like slightly like kind of above blizzard height.
Yeah. I mean, like you could be a little higher, but like look at this. Like, what did I say? How they were gonna get rid of her?
Right.
Boom, jumps here, defends against the Popo's up air with this nair, and then when Nana jumps to try to like do something, she just gets hit, pushed away, and she's in tumble. Nothing Popo can do.
Yeah.
I guess technically in this they're like flipped because Moth is controlling Nana. Because of the skin they're using, but I'm just going to use Popo Nana like the way that we normally do, just for simplicity.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, so
that
then...
Seems...
Yeah, so they go to Pokemon Stadium. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, no, nothing.
Okay.
I don't, nothing important.
Okay, so you'll notice that, like, one thing that, like, Triff does pretty well is the double jumps. So, what do you think the purpose of... You'll notice that the double jump rings come out, like, when he sets up his float a lot of the time. What do you think the purpose of that is, do you think?
The double jump into float there?
Yeah, why do you think he's double jumping into float?
I'm not sure.
He's hyperfloating. So hyperfloat is basically just a movement trick they do, and what it does is it builds you to max speed with your float in either like when you do it forward or back, because normally like normally it takes float time to like build up to max velocity, but by double jumping into float, like you can kind of like she moves like a little bit to the side either way with a burst of speed, so it's just getting to like her max speed float like early.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, see that's good because I've like heard the term, but I don't really know what it is.
Yep. So it's there's two, like, I don't think in this matchup you need sub floating, which is like kind of like it's like a technique that's similar to this. But you'll notice like here, this is a good example. So you notice that he doesn't do it here, and you notice that there's like a bit more time building like up to his max speed. See what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then once he gets over to the side platform, the amount that he moves during this double jump is faster. Like it's got a bit more velocity going to the right than he did when he was floating, when he was initially building up for float. So the idea behind hyper floating is you're like, double jumping to the side and then like going into your float and while holding that direction to just keep their momentum.
Yep.
In terms of things to watch out for in this matchup, I would say that like whenever you land in general, you want to be careful of like how they can counter hit you. A common trap to fall into is like down smashing a lot after landing. Down smashing after landing can be good, but as you can see here, it's almost better to like not. Just to like stay mobile, keep floating around, or like land and then re-up your float.
Right.
Because yeah, like a lot of times, like if he like so, I feel like this down smash was good because the climbers were on both sides and Popo was kind of pinned in the corner. Like he doesn't really have anywhere to go. Because his shield's gonna get eaten if he stays on this side, and he's just gonna like get hit anyway. But when you don't have this kind of positioning, you'll notice that like Triff just kind of like stays floating in the air, or like drifts outside of the range. Like I think that like this was good. Also like landing and then grabbing Popo and throwing him away would have been good. Landing and then like jumping and going like landing while spaced and then re-upping his float would have been good, which is kind of what he does over here. But yeah, a common mistake to make is just getting too like invested into is trying to like make down smash work when you don't have to.
Yeah.
Less is more. Like in a lot of ways versus climbers with Peach, like less is more.
That makes sense, yeah. Oh, this is not a spot that you want to be in.
As who?
Being in the pit with Peach is just terrifying.
Oh yeah, no, being in the pit with Peach is awful. Like she's probably the best character. She's probably the second best character in the game in that spot. Like it's Fox than her probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you'll notice like she just like Triff doesn't even bother. He just like heads over to the other side. He's like, all right, I'm good. It is what it is. And Moffa's just like, play with me, and he's like, no. And I'm like, and it's like, all right, fair.
Yeah, fair. and forward air.
And you'll notice like he's just like this is all just patience. So weirdly enough, like Triff kind of like made a good call about like not fighting on the mountain at all, because how does he kill Nana with the mountain here, right? Because normally the Nana kill is like you push them to the side of the stage.
Yeah.
But there's a whole like friggin' mountain in the way.
Yeah, the fair's not going to do very much here. If you split them,
exactly,
she'll just bounce off the mountain and be right back.
So you'll notice it's like not exactly just above the fair zone, like it's not exactly just above the blizzard, but it's like it's slightly higher sometimes too. There's kind of like two zones that like this. There's this height, and then like which would be like how would you describe this height, this float height? Like where would you say she is?
That float height?
Yeah.
I mean, like how would I describe it?
Like what's good about it? Like why it's not, it's more than just above the blizzard, right?
Yeah. What's good about it is like I think what Ices can Ices can't really, if they like try to wave dash in and do something, they could probably like only wave dash in like up smash or something.
But here's a question. Where does their up air hit? Short hop up air.
Short hop up air, I think hits above that.
So like if they jump here, like on the ground here that runs across, like if this is the floor, like this basically this strip that runs across, where does their up air hit? Like how high does it hit?
I think it hits like
here?
There.
Like this area?
Yeah, I was thinking a little bit higher, but yeah.
Like
maybe.
Here?
That sounds about right.
Okay. So for them, and where do their bodies go during that? Like their bodies would go about like here maybe?
Yeah. That's about the hitbox extra on top.
Cool. So then in order for them to up air, they have to go into the death zone.
Yeah.
Okay, so that seems like pretty good. It's easy for her to like bring it down into their space too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like what we can say here is, and we're also above the blizzard because the blizzard is going to hit kind of like in this area here. Like it kind of hits like here.
Yeah.
Cool. So I would say that like good things that are good about this float. Float pros or pluses. Above blizzard. I feel like it's impractical to like try to be above up air. So we're kind of like above and to side of blizzard. No, above and to side and to side of up air.
Yeah.
Of short hop up air. And if they full hop up air, they kind of go above us, don't they?
Oh yeah.
So full hop up air goes hits above us. Above Peach.
And this is like kind of the this is like the diagonal that's good against, like this is where you kind of want to play against most wave dash characters.
Yes.
Like this is like the same kind of position that's good against Luigi.
Correct. And Mewtwo, and yeah, like exactly same idea. Because what we've done is we've created a situation where they have to like their up smash is like hits kind of like here, Their up air hits here. Their back air hits here or here. So we've kind of like created a pocket of space, like the one pocket of space that they don't really occupy that well, like this slant. We're kind of just making sure we occupy it as much as we possibly can. Because their other options for covering this zone are not active for very long and they're really slow. Like we're talking like F smash, which is out for 2 frames. We're talking fair, which doesn't come out until 20. Like we have just we're making a spot where like their life is miserable and they don't really have a whole lot to do. Like they're trying to catch the turnips and stuff in order to defend against it because they don't have anything else to do.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'll give you one hint as to who is favored in that kind of play pattern. And you see like even when Triff gets hit by this, because he doesn't panic, he still gets out of it.
Yeah.
Because he just comes in at that angle again and is like, okay, well, good luck. I also want to point out the fact that the counter hit he goes for is like not his down smash. Because I think if he down smashes here, he actually just loses his stock. But because he down tilts and then dashes away after, like, yeah, and then Nana jumped above the ledge. So like here's like this is a really key situation. So Nana gets hit here. So then Triff, like very wisely, knows that Nana is going to jump above the ledge in a second, as she does. And then, what does she do? And what does he do? He just like immediately goes in for the kill.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like like when Nana gets hit into this general area, like like all targeting systems need to be on, because this is where she does like all of her stupid stuff. This is where all of the magic happens, in this box. Because as soon as she uses her jump here, like down here, we just have to intercept wherever she goes. She always goes into somewhere around here, so then, yeah, we just targeting, like, attack. We have to be, like, we want to be primed for, like, killing her wherever she winds up here. Wherever it is. Like, whether it's here, yeah, we just kill.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it sounds really simple, and it is, but, like, you'd be amazed. Like, look, she doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Just falls down. That's probably a very losing matchup. That's like, if Peach has a beam sword, that's got to be like a 90-10 matchup.
It's already an 8-2. This is like 95-5. I don't remember the last time like a pro Ices beat like a super top level Peach. I'm sure it's happened. I just don't know when.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that Chudat took a game or two from Armada at some point, and people are like, "Oh my god!" And like it wasn't that he even won the set. It's like he won a game on FD or something. Like this was where the bar was. But yeah, like a same spot. Look what happens, right?
Yeah. And it's just an immediate, it's just always focused Nana, basically.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Like, yeah, there's like all of, like the other things that you do, like the hits you take on Popa are largely in service of just like getting him off your back so you can kill her. But yeah, like you can be so efficient in this. One of the nice things about this matchup, one of the things I always appreciated about it, is that like you can be so systematic in how you kill, the Nana.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Damn.
I would say
Yeah,
that.
it seems. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it seems like a. I don't know. It seems like a pretty strong matchup, but and just Peach just does seem like a cool character.
I mean, if you want to play Peach, like I'm not sure I'd play like if you want to play Peach for this matchup, like this is a common thing that Sheik players have done throughout the years. Like, there's nothing wrong with like learning the counter pick. If you're already like gravitating towards Peach because you want to play her in teams or whatever, like there's even better. Like if you just like the character, go for it. I mean, and again, like I did it back in the wobbling era because I just found that I did not like doing this matchup with Sheik whatsoever. So it's ultimately like how you want to do it is your call. Yeah, but it definitely works. Like Peach versus Climbers absolutely works. It's just, juggling the second character can be a bit of a thing, but if you're prepared to like learn a second character and just want to do it for fun because that's how you enjoy the game, then yeah, this is probably the best character you could possibly pick against Climbers as a backup character.
Yeah, and there's something about the like knowing how like that hyper float or the float cancels or stuff. Like there's something about learning it and doing it that I'm sure will help me just against Peach in general.
Yeah, hyperfloat is really cool. Like hyperfloat and subfloat are like two big things that have come from Peach like in recent years. Subfloating's a little weird to explain, but like basically what it is how her double jump like makes her like dip down a bit first. Like she doesn't just go up with it right away. She kind of like okay, cool. So what subfloating is it's a trick where you manipulate her ECB kind of to like make her go lower to the ground during your float.
Okay.
So the purpose of it is that you can get like more frame advantage on block with her aerials.
Right.
And it also just like you can combine it with hyperfloat to move her forward a little faster while also being lower. So it's just an efficiency thing, really. You can use it to go under aerials that like you can also use it to like go under aerials that are kind of problematic for her, like Falcon's Nair. Or else to just position your aerials closer to the ground during edge guards. Like subfloating into back air and stuff is quite good. So there's like lots of tricks you can use to like optimize her. She's a really micro heavy character. She's not like Sheik where like a lot of like I feel like Sheik a lot of times like the thing is like just getting the big picture stuff right. And then there's kind of optimizations around like how you do your things, but it's all using the game's basics for the most part. With Peach you can be really fancy with, which is kind of and that's kind of neat and rewarding in its own ways. So, yeah, no, definitely a really sick character. You can see like how much of a struggle this is for Moth though. Like Moth, I think is like doing this matchup quite well, and it's just like none of it works. Like none of it is working just because Triff is like half a step or a step ahead of him, or ahead of her, and it's like what does she do? Like what does Popo do about this?
Well, I think there's been like one like handoff kill in this entire set. I think Ice Climbers has grabbed Peach like once.
Well, yeah, and like that's the thing when all of your aerials are super powerful and like auto cancel, like yeah, that is kind of the thing that can happen. Like Peach is really good at not getting grabbed if she doesn't want to be.
Yeah, and the like when you say like a float canceled aerial, that is just what exactly? An aerial out of float? Is there like what? I don't know what it is exactly.
Oh, so yeah, so it's so here, let's just go to actually we'll see one here. So what I want to point out is when Triff comes in with like when Triff is floating and does an aerial coming down like this, like yeah, like that one there. So let's look at what happens here. We'll slow it down. So he goes into float, like we can agree that he's floating right now. Then he lets go, then he back airs and lets go of float. So we would expect this to normally to have L cancel lag, wouldn't we?
I would, yes.
But it doesn't. It's auto canceled. This is what a float canceled aerial is. So a float cancel aerial is any aerial that happens that is input when you are floating with her, and then you let go of float and touch the ground during the move's duration. So basically we're floating, we do the aerial, we let go of float, fast fall, touch the ground. That's roughly what's going on.
So she can just auto cancel every aerial.
If she wants to, yeah. Like that's how she gets these like super fast. Like here, watch. See, like that fair. So like she goes into float. She goes into float here. She starts up her fair, and then as the hitbox is coming out, she lets go of her float and fast falls, like so. And you notice there's no L cancel. Like normally you'd expect there to be like the puffy clouds from like landing from an aerial, but there isn't. There's like just auto cancel clouds, like the angular ones from like an empty land. That's what a float cancel is.
So like in terms of like input, what is this looking like? It's like
open up, like share your screen. I'll show you I'll walk you through it.
Sure.
Just training mode's fine. Like Uncle Punch is perfect for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's select Peach. And we'll just head in. Donkey Kong's fine for this. Let's go to perfect. So here's what I want you to do. First we want to go into float. So I want you to jump, and while you're jumping, hold down, and then at any point while you're going up, flick down on the control stick. Yeah, there you go. So then, next time you do this, I want you to then nair, and then let go and fast fall. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I tried to L cancel.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Now do it with fair. And with fair, bring Donkey Kong down on the D-pad.
Oh. Okay. Oh, I gotta. Oops. Yeah. Okay.
Doesn't that feel good?
And if I want.
What I would recommend for this is to turn the fast fall on screen display on. So if we go out of Uncle Punch, fast fall timing should be on the right hand side in the middle. There we go. So that one was like a pretty late one. We want to try to get like sooner. So remember,
I'll do it a bit higher.
So you're gonna have to like let go of jump in order to be able to fast fall.
Oh.
So like input the aerial and then like input jump, like input the aerial, then let go of jump. There we go.
Okay.
So it's kind of weird, but you can kind of see how this works, right?
Yeah, and it also makes sense why people would claw.
Yeah. This is a character that people claw a good amount, or sometimes people will also use Z jump for her. I
do use Z jump in general, so.
Yeah, so if you use Z jump, then that should be fine. Like try doing your affairs with C stick and like Z jump, because I think that'll be easier. Try doing back air too now.
Oh.
Now try doing try holding down, like tapping down the frame as soon as you're in the air. So you can float along the ground. Yep.
Huh. Oh yeah, I guess that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, that was a good one.
Uh,
So, what do you think of her?
I tried to L-can. Yeah, I mean that seems like you could go down a rabbit hole of trying to do that really fast.
Oh yeah, no, we have we have Peaches. Like we've had Peaches at every single generation of this game who have definitely lost themselves in the float cancel rabbit hole. Like absolutely. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I mean, it. That is, I've always like kind of wondered how what those inputs look like, but that is pretty cool.
So, one thing that you might want to find, go like here. So you just double jumped into it, right? So like that's that's hyperfloat. Like double jump float for like. Well, the way that hyperfloat is, you just double tap going forward, and then like you forward, jump, and then hold, and then like on the second jump you hold it, and then flick the stick down. Yep, like that.
Oh, you could do it probably. Is that it? No.
So you should see the double jump. You should see. So the first one you tap. Yeah. So first one you. That one was close. We just need to we need to slide the stick down and forward. I think. Yeah. Exactly.
I think I was trying to do like I was trying to do it like hitting both jumps like really fast with X and Z, but I could probably just double tap and do it.
Yeah, you don't need to go as like. Remember, she's airborne on 6, I believe. Like she has 5-frame jump squat like Falco and Jigglypuff, so you don't actually have to go like max speed.
Yeah. Oops. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I would say that like other good things to know with her. As you're passing through the platform, like bring Donkey Kong down to the floor. As you're going through the platforms, you can double jump to instantly land on them at certain points. So like when you're about, you want Peach to be about like 3/4 of the way through.
Oh. I think I.
Yeah, you got
it. I got it.
You're going too soon. There we go.
Oh yeah, okay.
So you see how she like nils onto it?
Yeah, that is.
And you can do that on every platform, like on every like side platform at different timings. Cool, huh?
Yeah.
So this is also useful for pulling turnips, because you can also you can head up there and then like pull turnip. Like you can head up there and then yep. It's faster than wave landing by a lot.
Oh. Yeah.
What else?
I'm hitting down, but
the other cool thing about her double jump is because it moves her like she's a DJC character at heart. So like because her double jump moves her to like either side like immediately, like at max, like her double jump just moves her to like the side pretty quickly either way. So using that to like when you're like floating around a platform height but not quite able to get there, like not quite able to get onto it, it can be pretty good to like double jump towards the platform, because then you can wave land like. You can kind of wave land off the edge of it, and then re-up your float, which is pretty cool.
Like you're talking about, like
yeah, kind of like that. Except, yeah, you would just enter the air, or you go on the platform, sure, because you could set up shield drop stuff from there too. She's got a lot of like interesting. She's slow, but she's got like low lag. So a lot of using her is just trying to like work with that dynamic, if that makes sense.
And then the wave dash is like really awkward, because I feel like I'm like entering float or something when I'm doing that.
Oh, just don't hold the jump button.
You just have to like really tap jump, or like not tap jump, but like you got to be off the jump immediately.
Yeah. And
okay.
Remember, it's going to be a slower timing than Sheik, so, yeah. That said, if this is, I would say that as far as solutions to climbers go, this is one of the better ones. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna make my friend play ice climbers against me, and then I'll try it in the next local.
Awesome. I wish you best of luck with that. Since this is a bit more of a conceptual thing, I'm not really. I kind of think that like the main takeaways I'd say here are just like just play around with the character, give her a whirl, learn her. Things I would focus on though would be I would say that like the biggest thing to keep in mind is the fast fall OSD. The OSD should be turned on. Should be turned on when practicing her. Because it's really, really useful to know if you're like hitting your fast fall, to know if you're hitting your fast falls or not, because it's easy to like miss it, like using the human eye, when you're like when you're doing float cancels like for pressure and stuff. Yeah, just because everything happens so close to the ground, yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah.
The other thing I would also say is that if possible, when learning low float cancels, so like the ones at the ground level, try to fast fall before your attack hits their shield. Hits the opponent's shield. Because it's much more efficient if to do it that way from a frame advantage standpoint. If it's too hard, you can still do it after, if this is, if the above is prohibitively difficult, do it after hit lag. Do it after hit lag, but you want to try to get used to doing it beforehand. It just makes life easier down the road.
Right. Cool.
With that, is there anything else you need from me on this, or do you think this is enough to get you started?
No, I think this is great to get started.
Amazing. I'll leave you to it then. Take care, and yeah, I'll see you next time.
Cool. Thanks. Okay, bye.